From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode, by one estimate, there are 70 million freelancers in the United States, many of them entrepreneurs who take on side hustles to keep afloat. Find out how you can create an unforgettable presence in a competitive market.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. Fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. Your favorite stores like Lowe's, Levi's, and Nike pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. And Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back. You're already shopping at your favorite stores. Why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and easy to sign up. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Access to capital.
Welcome back to Business, Equity, and Opportunities. One of our favorite things to do is to welcome back guests who have done well enough for us that we'd like them to become frequent contributors. Lorraine K. Lee is certainly one of those. Good to see you again. Thanks for being with us. She has a book over her left shoulder, you can see, as a matter of fact, called Unforgettable Presence, Get Seen, Gain Influence, Catapult Your Career. Topic today specifically is freelancing. So as we talk both to business owners, entrepreneurs, and maybe some folks who are looking to pick up a gig or two, what's the state of the world in freelancing right now?
I think freelancing is growing a lot, and this is something that happened to me. I was in tech for a decade plus, and then I got impacted by a layoff and had to decide, do I stay the corporate path or do I go off on my own? And decided to go off on my own, so I've been in business for 2 years, and I'm definitely seeing a lot more people going in that direction as well.
It is a very daunting thing to do, though, when you are in, whether it's a corporate environment, small business, but when you're in that, there's a safety. Going out as a freelancer, that's pretty intimidating. How do you manage that?
Well, the first thing I would say is that corporate does seem safer, but once you go through a layoff, you realize, oh, maybe it's not. It's not as secure as I thought it was. But to your point, freelancing is a very scary thing. There isn't that security blanket. You don't have a team behind you. You don't have the regular salary. So I think one of the most important things when you decide to become a freelancer, decide to do consulting, your own business, is mindset and realizing that there is going to be a lot of that uncertainty, and you have to be okay with that. And sometimes you don't know if you're going to be okay with that until you try the thing.
Let's flip this upside down and ask from a hirer perspective, from the business owner, from the person who might be looking for freelancers. Mm-hmm. They may also be like, I'd rather have somebody that, I know they'll be there every day, 40 hours a week, whether maybe 50 if I need them, and we'll just do a conventional sort of employment situation. Kind of speak to them about maybe some of the strengths that a freelancer may bring to their operation.
When you hire a freelancer versus a full-time employee, there's a different dynamic and different relationship. So with freelancers, they are hired there to do a specific project, to do the work. They have a little bit more flexibility about when they do it. When you have a full-time employee, there's a lot more that goes into it, right? With an employee, you need to train them, you need to be their manager, there's a lot more paperwork probably, right? There's like the team dynamics that you have to think about. So if you are just trying to execute on something, you need a few more hands on deck, for example, a freelancer might be the way to go because maybe you don't need that person for the full year or for the, to fill in a gap in the team, but you just need that person for a specific project. So in that case, that would be beneficial, and you don't have to necessarily train them or incorporate them into your team as fully as a full-time employee.
Something that small business owners share in common with, say, a freelancer is this idea of brand building. This is a concept that 20 years ago we just left it to the McDonald's and the Coca-Colas of the world.
Yes.
But now there's an embrace of that, and you've lived that.
Yes. So everyone has a personal brand. And I think to your point, Scott, people initially would think, oh, brand is for a company or someone who's very marketing themselves all the time. But I think especially in this day and age, and especially as a freelancer, personal brand or your career brand is so important. And what a personal brand essentially is your reputation and what people know you for. And so if you are trying to get business, if you are on platforms like LinkedIn, which you should be as a freelancer, that's going to be a really critical piece for people who might hire you to understand, is this person trustworthy? What kind of work output do they have? What is their experience? So being intentional about our personal brands is very critical if you're a freelancer.
There's something that we talked about last visit here on Business Equity and Opportunities, was this idea that working hard is critically important, but it won't get you career and advancement in and of itself. That seems maybe doubly true for the freelancer?
Actually true, yeah. You have to put yourself out there, otherwise no one's going to know that you're doing your business and what you do. Exactly.
All right. Well, again, the time that you spent with us this morning will be helpful to whether folks are looking for their own gig or looking to hire as well. So the parallels just are perfect with the freelancer and the small business owner. She is a good friend now of our broadcast, Lorraine K. Lee, writer of Unforgettable Presence. Thanks for your time. Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, beoshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunities show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at beoshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.